This house has been quiet for a long time. Nothing broken, nothing raised, nothing said. The walls are still standing. You wouldn't notice it at first. The cracks. She hears it before she sees anything. A sound. Not loud, not sudden. Just there. The house hasn't made that sound before. It's coming from the dining room. She stops in the doorway. It's clearer now. A low vibration, like something unsettled. It isn't loud, but it doesn't belong. She steps into the room. The table is already laid out. Plates, cutlery, candles still burning. No one else is there, but the sound hasn't stopped. She moves closer, slow, careful. The floor hums beneath her feet. Not enough to shake the room, just enough to feel. She lowers herself slightly, not to touch the floor, but to look. Her eyes move across the room. The walls, the table, the chairs. The sound is everywhere and nowhere. Her eyes settle on the table. The sound is louder here. An empty glass sits near the edge. It's the only thing close enough to fall. It hasn't moved. She watches it. The sound is coming from here. It's faint. A thin vibration inside the glass. Not enough to see, just enough to hear. She knows the sound is coming from here, but she doesn't understand why. There's something familiar about it. She's heard it before, and it didn't end well. The pitch changes. Higher now. Thinner. The glass begins to tremble. It splits. A thin line from the rim. Then another. The sound stops. She pulls back. It shouldn't have broken. There was nothing touching it. Nothing pushing it. Silence. Then it starts again. Not from the table. Her eyes move. Somewhere else. The sound shifts. Not in the glass. In the wall. A line appears. Then it spreads. It doesn't stop. The line grows, branching outward. It moves along the wall like it's searching for something. The line reaches the doorway. The glow gathers in the frame, and something is standing there. It hasn't stepped into the room. It's just waiting. It steps forward, dark, heavy, lit from within by something that isn't light. When she looks at it, she feels the fear rise, not because of what it is, but because of what it could make her do. It steps closer to the table. She doesn't move. Her chest tightens. The room feels smaller. She knows what happens when it gets this close. It comes to the table. It doesn't rush. It doesn't need to. It stands where someone else should be, close enough to touch what's broken. She waits for it to move. It doesn't. It just stands there, and something in her shifts. The fear doesn't disappear. It changes. It doesn't move. It doesn't threaten, and she steps forward. Just enough. She reaches out. Close enough to feel the heat. Not close enough to change anything. There's still time to pull back. She doesn't. Her fingers make contact, and it splits open. Not to hurt her, to release. The heat surges through it. It was never empty. The pressure explodes outward. It doesn't burn her skin. It hits something deeper. She's thrown back, not by it, by what was inside it. It gathers itself, slow, breathing heat. The light inside it pulses, not random, responsive. It doesn't rush her. It just stands there, watching. She scrambles back on her elbows, breath hard, heart racing. It could kill her. That's what her body tells her. But it hasn't. And it only moved when she touched it. That thought creeps in like something she doesn't want to admit. That's the first crack in the certainty of fear. Not safety, not clarity, just doubt. And doubt is dangerous. The heat explodes outward. The room ignites in red. She doesn't think. She moves. Hands scrambling. Breath tearing out of her chest. She throws herself backwards, away from the lights, away from the thing that's answered her touch. The air feels thick, burning, alive. She expects it to lunge, to close the distance, to finish what it started. But it doesn't chase. It swells. It roars in place, and she keeps retreating. Her back slams into the wall. There's nowhere left to go. The heat crashes over her. She folds into herself, arms up, head down, waiting for the strike. The air roars past her ears. It feels close enough to tear the skin from her bones. This is it. This is where it ends. She squeezes her eyes shut. She braces for pain. She opens her eyes, both of them. The fire is still there, but it's dimming. The glow that filled the room is thinning. The heat is retreating with it. It isn't advancing, it's stepping back. The light inside it flickers. The furious brightness dulls to embers. It turns from her, not defeated, not destroyed, just quieter. The room exhales, and she is left against the wall, shaking, trying to understand why she is still alive. She watches it leave, not in triumph, not in relief, in disbelief. The fire that had roared only moments ago now flickers weakly beneath its skin. It doesn't look powerful anymore. It looks burdened. Each step is slow, not because it cannot move, but because it no longer wants to. The light dims further as it crosses the threshold. It does not look back. It is gone. The heat fades from the air. The light disappears from the walls, and she is still here, curled against the cold stone, breathing hard, waiting for the second strike that never comes. The silence feels louder than the eruption did. She doesn't feel brave. She doesn't feel strong. Her throat still burns. Her head still pounds. Anger isn't evil. It rises when something inside us feels threatened, unheard, or hurt. But when we let it speak for us unchecked, it leaves cracks behind. In rooms, in people, in ourselves. Understanding it doesn't mean suppressing it. It means choosing what we allow it to become.